The Cowboys are officially 3-6. We lost 4 games in a row, and we're gonna have to be. You could say that Mike McCarthy will not be here in 2024. Let's talk about who's gonna be the next head coach in 2025. Let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Aaron Beast, and welcome back to Taco Bites, giving you the sample size of that taco sports goodness before you get the main course on Thursday. And I'm back with some Dallas Cowboy content, of course. The Dallas Cowboys are in tank mode. Let's just keep it honest. Let's just keep it a buck. This team is not in any words of a playoff contention team. We can all see it. The record shows we're 3-6. We're kind of like maybe we may win one game or maybe win 2 games, but it's just like it's almost painful to even do shows and what do you gotta have somebody and they ask you who you think's gonna win the game? You're basically gonna say, y'all are probably gonna win this game. And we're on those and we haven't won at home, and we got the Texans on Monday at home, and we haven't won a game yet this season. So it's been pretty rough. But there's already been talks who's going to be the next head coach in Dallas. So I got a couple of guys on the list. I'm gonna do 3. So we got a polarizing name, a familiar face, and a guy that's kind of number one on my I have in my mind. But will it happen? Maybe not. One of the guys on this list is probably going to be the head coach, and you're probably not going to be too happy about it. Maybe y'all will. I guess it depends on your preference. But one of the guys on my Dallas Cowboy candidate list is we'll go with the number one is Mike Vrabel, who is the Browns consultant right now, which is basically kind of like the equivalent of an analyst job in college. As a coach, he believes in running the ball, what you want to do, what we've been saying, run the ball this year. Basically, we're 31st in running the ball. I got the stat right here. We're 31st with 83 rushing yards. Put that into perspective. We are the second worst running team, and you get a coach that loves to run the ball and plays with a strong defense, loves having a strong defense, and also a former NFL player that has 2 Super Bowls under Bill Belichick as his head coach for the Patriots. And like I said, he's an old school type of coach. He's gonna keep these players accountable. He's a former player as well, so a different mold of type of coach when it comes to that. His record for the Tennessee Titans when he was there was 54-45, so a winning record. And to put a cherry on top, he's been to an AFC championship, something that our Cowboys haven't been. Well, they're not the AFC, but at least they got to almost to the promised land. It's been a cool minute since the Cowboys been there. So having that type of coach, but will Jerry Jones let him just coach and do all the things on those side, and he free up the reign a little bit? That's kind of going to be the iffy one on that one when it comes to Mike Vrabel. So let's get into the second one, the second one, and that and that is the most polarizing one is Coach Prime, Colorado head coach, former Dallas Cowboy, 2-time Super Bowl player as well. And he was a part of the last Cowboys Super Bowl team. And he's a polarizing guy, like when it comes to being a coach and being a former player as well. He has pretty much put Colorado football on the map. They bring in top recruits. And on the other side, you got an owner that's a polarizing type of owner. He loves the attention. He loves putting his name out there. You got 2 personalities, different in their own way, but they love the media. But that could be the downfall in that situation. But then you could also, if this team is in that top three of draft, you may be looking at a Travis Hunter and you put him with his head coach from Colorado. That may be a match made in heaven when it comes to TV. And if it panned out, that could be hopefully a possibility. And also, it'd be fun to watch. You have CD Lamb on the other side. You got and Travis Hunter on the other side as well, and then Jalen Tolbert or Mingo, whatever, who's the third receiver. It'd be a nice high power offense. Hopefully that it would be a lot different from what we have now. That would be the plan. But I kind of see that one in the short term. When it comes to Coach Prime, he's an opportunist looking for the best opportunity he can, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what a lot of people should look for when it comes to that. But let's get into our third one. This is the one Cowboy fans not be a fan of, but it is what it is. I think it came to your mind, but let's get into it, and that is Kellen Moore. Oh, I know Cowboy fans are just smiling and gleaming, knowing that Kellen Moore might be a possibility to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And y'all didn't see my dang. I was just all talking to my homie Anthony and stuff, so y'all didn't see what we were just talking about. But it's all good. But shout out to Jay Tuck who put this out here of coaches. Ben Johnson, not desperate and expensive. Yes, if you've seen how much Coach McCarthy's getting paid, it's kind of means compared to what some of these head coaches are. We're not going to get into why Brian Flores might not be the next head coach in Dallas. And Coach Prime, SEC money is different. Definitely is. Bill Belichick fits the mold, but if he hated Kraft, imagine the final boss. Facts. The one I would be more towards, Mike Vrabel love, but needs full control, and I don't think Jerry can do that. But who would be the perfect match in that criteria? That is Kellen Moore, former offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't hate it, but my thing about when it comes to Kellen Moore, he's definitely a good X and O's guy. Definitely seen that he likes to run the ball, which we were critiquing that he doesn't do. Right now, the Eagles what actually benefits actually having a Saquon Barkley. They're second in rushing yards this year with 176 per game, 6 yards per game, compared to us 31st and 83 measly yards per game. But we're better passing, not effective but according to yards, we throw the ball more than what they do in Kellen Moore's offense. But it does benefit that you have a quarterback that can run the ball, and you got a running back that can run the ball, and you got a nice solid system when it comes to that. And also they're seventh in scoring yards per game. I just don't see Kellen Moore as one that leads a team as a head coach. Maybe in due time, I think he's still developing as an offensive coordinator. He has definitely gotten better. He just had to get out of the Dallas to develop as an offensive coordinator. Getting some of that Jason Garrett funk off of him a little bit, kind of developing him as an offensive coordinator. But I just don't know if I'm on board as saying Kellen Moore should be the head coach of Dallas. I think that's a lot of Cowboy fans. I just don't see him as the head coach for it. But that could be the most probable coach in mind. And kind of just jumping on ship, if Kellen Moore is the head coach of Dallas, I got an idea who would be the defensive coordinator. And he fits in that Dallas Cowboy defensive coordinator criteria, which I mean, who's a former head coach, wasn't the most successful head coach, has a Super Bowl in his ring as an assistant coach, and that is former Saints head coach Dennis Allen would be a match when it comes to a defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, who was a really good defense coordinator but terrible head coach. Let me see if I can find his record right now. I can do that real quick before I let y'all go. Let's get into it. He's known for having like an explosive type of defense and everything. He's definitely a defensive minded coach, and I think that's where he best suits. But His record as a head coach is 26-53, but he's had some top 10 defense, which definitely be an improvement to what we have right now. And I wouldn't mind that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we went in DC route, because I don't Mike Zimmer's not going to be here next year. Let's just be honest. Jerry's not going to fire anybody during the season that we know of. We'll see after the Giants game, seeing if there will be a different tone there. But those are my predictions. Tune in back to Tacos and Touchdown live on Thursday, 7 p.m. We got a couple special guests for y'all. It is Dallas Cowboys versus Houston. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.